Hello guys, what's up? My name is Hollow, and today we are back talking about mods. So for this episode, we are going to talk about updating your mods because I need to do that. So I might as well talk about it while I have to do it. So an important thing to know whenever you download mods, for most major mods, like a lot of the most popular mods like MCC, UI cheats, wonderful whims, wicked whims, those things, they all get updated regularly. So when the game updates, you probably have to update the mod too. Now, not all mods are like this, but it's a good thing to check your mods always whenever there's a big update or even like a small update. Basically, if your game has to update and it turns off your mods, that probably means your mods need updating. So I would just go and check like a couple of days after, because a lot of like the bigger mods are on top of it. They get it done like the same day. But like smaller mods or people who can't devote all their time to mods, they have to wait a little longer because, people have lives, so they can't immediately update all their mods. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So for my mods, I like to bookmark all my mods, everything that I use, just because it makes it easier for me. I don't forget anything, I don't lose anything. So that's sort of where I'm going. So I'm going to this folder, my mods folder in here. These are all the mods that I currently have in my game. So, or at least these are the links to all of them. So what I do is go check them. Well, actually not this one. I don't use this one anymore. This is my old loading screen that I used to use. But I still keep it there just in case I ever want to change back. But like stuff like this, the No EA Eyelashes mod probably won't need an update. Like, I don't think it's been updated in like years. But let's just check. Yeah, well, not years, but a year. It hasn't been updated since July 27th. So of last year. So, you just check it. You just check your mods. You just go in and look. So I have downloaded this. I've re-downloaded this since July 27th of last year. So I don't need to update this one. So I would go to MCC. MCC, I know I need to update. So that one, Wonderful Whims, more columns, all of those I know I need updated. So with these ones, you go in and they'll tell you. For MCC, they have like the log over here so you can read what's changed, and the actual download links are here. So you just click on these to download these, and you can see when the latest patch was on the 13th of this year, which it's been already like 2 weeks and I still haven't updated, so I need to get on top of that. But yeah, you just click these to download. Whenever you re-download your mods, you need to replace the old ones. So your old ones have to be deleted before you put your new mods in. I can show you what that looks like, because you don't have to actually go in, delete the old file, and then put a new one if they're named the same thing. So if I go into my mods folder in game, I have a specific folder for MCC, so this is everything MCC. So if I open up these two folders here, you can see that it gives me the same exact ones. For MCC is one of the ones where they rename them the exact same, so you can just take them and overwrite your previous ones. So when it asks you to replace them, just replace them, and that'll automatically delete everything you don't need. But for some mods, they do require, like, they have a specific time. Like, I don't know if I have an example of one. Let me think here, like right here, this one. These two are different versions, like the mood pack one. So I don't know which one I messed up on. I messed up on one of them. That's probably why I haven't been seeing these. Is that because I have two of them in there, so I actually messed up there. So let's actually check that one real quick, just so I can show you what's actually going on. This tells me it was updated for August 12th. Right, so see, theirs has a different date stamp on theirs. So theirs will always be different. So for theirs, I have to actually go in and like delete the old ones, which I obviously didn't do the last time. So what I'm going to do for these ones is I'm going to find the old ones. So both of the old mood packs I don't need. So I'm going to delete those and put the new mood pack in. And now that mod is updated. So that's really the basics of updating your mods, is you just have to make sure that the old one gets deleted, which obviously we saw I didn't do. And because of that, I wasn't seeing the new moods. Like the mood pack gives you like a whole bunch of different moods, and I wasn't seeing any of those moods. I was just seeing the regular in-game moods because I hadn't updated it. And I hadn't updated it properly, let me say. So that's why I never noticed it. But yeah, so that's the basics of it. I mean, I'll probably go through and just show you a couple more just so you can sort of see it. But I mean, that's really all there is to it. It just feels like this video will be way too short if I cut it here. So I'm going to go through and do a couple more common ones, like Wonderful Whims I use all the time. So let's see. I think Wonderful Whims, I think usually just replaces on its own anyways. Like the zip file that you download has a date in it, but the actual files that extract from it usually don't. So they usually just replace by just like, you just put them in and they automatically replace. Yeah, so here, this is actually a really good example. So this creator, TurboDriver, actually is well aware that people forget to do this a lot. So they include a text file here that specifically tells you, please remove the old one before you install the new one. That's very important. And they also have other stuff here, but that's like good to read if you don't know about the mod yet. But I already know it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open this and then go back in here. And you can see with this one, they didn't change the name at all. Like here's the two I had are the exact same as that one. They aren't changed at all, so I can just take it and overlap it and just replace it. So you don't have to go in and actually delete that one. But yeah, that's really all there is. It feels kind of pointless to be sitting here like talking about everything. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's the basics of it. Like, there's really not much else you have to do for it. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, once you just make sure the old one's deleted and before you put in the new one, and that's really all it takes. So as long as you do that, your mod should be working. That's usually the first thing I would suggest checking for like a mod fix. If you're having problems like right after a game update where nothing seems to be working, it's probably because one of your mods didn't update properly, or one of your mods needs updating or something like that. So always check your mods, see if they need updating, stuff like that. And another good thing to do is to, like, when there's a game update coming out, a good thing is to remove your mods before the update. Let the game update on its own, and then put your mods back in. So that's the thing that everyone suggests. I can honestly say I've never done it. I usually forget about it, and then it's like I start updating the game, and I'm like, oh, I didn't take my mods out. Oops, too bad. Like, that's my thing. So I mean, it's not gonna break your game if you don't, but every other responsible modder that I've ever watched anything from says to do it, so it might be a good idea. But yeah, anyways, it can work without it because I'm proof of that. But it might be a good idea. So anyways, I think this is where I'm gonna leave it. Because there's really not much else to say about updating mods. It's pretty simple. If you do have any questions about it, put it down below, because like I think I covered everything, but if it wasn't very clear, just ask me something. I can always talk about it. But yeah, anyways, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!